this is going to be something about hive floors, more particularly a Varroa floor. But firstly, just look at this thing. This is the very sort of traditional hive floor, if you like. It's solid wood, and the brood box fits on there. Bees come and go through there. The thing about these things is that all the crap that comes down from the frames will fall onto this thing, obviously, and then the bees have to ferret it out, because bees are very fastidious things and like to keep everything as clean as they can. The other thing about these things is that they are relatively warmer than the other types, and it's not unknown for beekeepers to put this type of floor under a hive in winter to help with insulation. The other type of floor that people use is what's called an open mesh floor. Essentially it's the same thing, only obviously it's got this mesh across it, and the advantage of this is that all of the crap that comes down from the frames falls through to make it easier for the bees to clean things up. And again, the brood box sits on top and they come out of here. The things that a lot of people use now to help with Varroa are these things, Varroa floors. Essentially it's the same type of thing. It's got the mesh there, again, so everything falls through it. But what it's got underneath it is a couple of plastic runners, you see there, and a sheet of yellow Corex. And the Corex board comes out the back here when you want to remove it. And what you do is you use this as what's called a sticky board, and you spray it with something. I use cooking oil, because as the bees groom themselves and the mites fall down, live mites can just walk away. So if there's a bit of oil on there, they can't escape, and so when you count them you get a better idea of how many mites there may be. Counting Varroa mites is not nearly as much fun as you might imagine. To make life a little bit easier, I put some tape on it so that I can do one section at a time rather than having to do the whole thing in one go. So that's what a Varroa floor is all about. I will be doing probably the first check about March time, and we'll do a video about that so you can see what's involved in there. One other thing about these floors is that, of course, the entrances here have a block on them, like that, so that when bees come and go, they will go through that entrance, just there. Now, you may remember that winter before last I lost 2 colonies to wasps, who basically test out a colony, and then when they decide it's weaker, they will then attack it in en masse and overwhelm it and kill the bees. So what I do with these entrance reducers is that I cut a little channel in it here, so that if entrance block is like that, bees coming and going. To be honest, at the height of summer, early springtime, probably won't have it in there at all, because so many bees are coming and going. But if the block is there, if the wasps turn up, then take the thing off, rotate it, just to give a tiny little gap just there, which is about B1/2, B2 bees width. The reason behind that is that on the hive entrance here, there are bees whose job it is to defend the hive against wasps and other things, and it's obviously much more difficult for them to defend a whole width like that. So putting this in here means that the bees only have to defend that little gap there, and hopefully after a while the wasps will decide they've got better things to do and go away. If it gets really bad, then you can close the thing up completely, but I've never had to do that yet. So, hive floors, all you ever wanted to know.